There you go. All right, mic check. All right. All right, mic check. Everything's working now. All right, we had a little technical difficulties this morning. Welcome to court. We will call this meeting to order. Today is September 8th, 2025. This is your 10 a.m. regular edition of Lavaca County Commissioners Court. And we will start with a confirmation of roll call. Commissioner Puska.
Here.
Commissioner Faircloth.
Here.
Commissioner Siegel. And he's out. He is absent today in Houston. Commissioner Kosian.
Present.
All right, and the judge is here, so let the record reflect that 4 out of 5 are here, and that is a quorum, so we will continue. With that, we will stand for our invocation and our pledges. Our most Heavenly Father, thank you for this day in Lavaca County. Thank you for this gathering of community leaders. Thank you for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Lord, we just ask that you bless these leaders as we make decisions today for all people in Lavaca County, and just bless us as we go along our way and continue our lives. And we ask for these blessings in your name. Amen. Now our pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here today. What a glorious day. The weather's great, fantastic. Feels like fall. Football's on TV again, and it's all good at the Mudd household. All right, do we have any announcements? I think we have one. Ms. Lorena Cognac. Ms. Lorena, if you'll state your name and who you represent.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lorena Cognac. I'm the Lavaca County Republican Chair.
Okay.
I just have a couple of announcements. So tomorrow evening in Moulton, Texas, at George's Hall, I will be having a County Executive Committee meeting at 5:30, and then at 7, and this was very tenuous for a while. We will have Representative A.J. Louderback speaking probably around 7. The address for George's Hall is 702 South Lancaster in Moulton.
And the public is invited to that?
Yes.
Okay.
The second one comes from the Elections Administration Office, Tina Hudson. Lavaca County Elections, they're having a reception at the Annex Thursday, September 18th for an open house of the new renovated Elections Office Department. It's very, very nice. It will be from 9 to noon, and then they close from noon to 1, and then it will continue the rest of the day from 1 to 4. They'll have cookies and punch. So if you want to run by and see the renovations, they'd appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other announcements? Public comment? Going once, going twice. The only thing I want to suggest is it did not make, our agenda now has to be posted 3 business days before our court meeting, so we posted this agenda on Tuesday, and that's a long time between Tuesday and Monday. So there's some things that we would have probably had on there, but I just want to bring it to your attention. By next meeting, we have to come up with our meeting dates. So if we want to change our meeting dates or entertain that, that would be next week, on the 23rd. And then we'll also approve our county holidays on that date as well. Just want to throw that out there. So, all right, any other announcements? Going once, going twice, hearing none, we'll move on. Item number 2, discuss and approve the 2026 Sheriff and Constable fees. If you remember, we approved this 2 weeks ago. We actually did not have the corrected sheet that we were approving, so we asked for forgiveness from the state of Texas, and they said if we make an amendment today, they will accept that amendment. So do I hear a motion to accept that?
Motion we accept. Second.
Okay, motion made by Precinct 4, seconded by Precinct 2 to approve the 2026 Sheriff and Constable fees as provided on your handout, and that's found on page 1. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Number 3, acknowledge appointment letter from the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension to confirm that Shannon DeForest serves as the county coordinator for Lavaca County. That's found on page 2. Do I hear a motion?
Yes, Your Honor, I move that we approve the appointment letter from Texas A&M AgriLife Extension to confirm that Shannon DeForest serve as the county coordinator for Lavaca County.
I second that.
Okay, motion made by precinct 1, second by precinct 2, to acknowledge the appointment letter from the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension to confirm that Shannon DeForest serves as the county coordinator for Lavaca County. Any other questions or comments? That's found on page 2, by the way. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Shannon will continue in that capacity. Number 4, discuss and approve the purchase of a vehicle for the Lavaca County Attorney's Office to be no more than $45,000 used from line item 10054751040 to line item 10054758560. I will say that it's basically, we're just moving money into the correct item so they can make that purchase. That was a meeting. The county does have, how many vehicles do they have? 1, 2?
This one is the one that they kind of all use to go around.
Okay. All right.
It needs to be replaced.
It needs to be replaced. That's what they said. That was
High maintenance.
high maintenance. It doesnn't leave the county very much, so they're looking for a proper used vehicle, to my knowledge. Okay. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 4, second by precinct 1, to approve the purchase of a vehicle for the Lavaca County Attorney's Office to be no more than $45,000 and to transfer monies from line items ending with a 1040 to 8560 to make that purchase. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Number 5, discuss and approve fiscal year 2026 victim coordinator and liaison grant contract. That's, the contract is C-02339 between the Office of the Attorney General and Lavaca County Attorney's Office, as found on page 3 through 35. Do you hear a motion?
Yes, I move we approve the contract for the victims coordinator between the Office of the Attorney General and the Lavaca County Attorney's Office.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1, to approve the fiscal year 2026 victims coordinator and liaison contract between the Office of Attorney General and Lavaca County Attorney's Office, and that contract was for $49,500. Do you hear any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Number 6, I've got a recommendation for the City of Hallettsville to table this, but number 6 is discuss and approve a letter from the City of Hallettsville regarding the county citizen use of the city transfer station located at 804 County Road 201, Hallettsville, Texas 77964. The city sent the letter over and requested, and they had a date of, they wanted to be on our agenda on September 23rd. We did not catch that. We put it on this agenda, so they asked to table that till our next meeting. So do I have a motion to table?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion made by precinct 4, second by precinct 1 to table item number 6, which was to approve the letter from the City of Hallettsville regarding the transfer station. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, we have a motion to table item number 6. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion has been tabled till next, we'll bring it back up next meeting. Number 7, discuss and approve letter of support from the Senate of the State of Texas for the placement of a plaque of William Barrett Travis's 1836 victory or death letter at the Lavaca County Courthouse. That's found on page 38. I'm bringing it to the court's attention without having all the relevant information. Lieutenant Governor sent us a letter. Let me find it. What page did I say it was on? Page 38. Yeah, right. Okay, I got it. Okay, so anyway, the letter just asks, it says, Dear Judge Mudd, as the Honorary Texas Chair of the Alamo Letter Society, I'm offering this letter to support for the placement of a plaque of William Barrett Travis's 1836 victory or death letter at the Lavaca County Courthouse. This is a recast of the famous plaque in front of the Alamo Chapel in San Antonio. The Alamo Letter Society was initiated out of a desire to ensure this famous letter is placed prominently at every courthouse, at every county courthouse in Texas. Currently, the Alamo Letter Society has assisted in the placement of over 25 bronze plaques at county courthouses across the state. So that's the gist of the letter. The last part, it says, join me, it says to get more information on the initiative and start the process of securing a plaque for your county courthouse, contact the Alamo Letter Society and Chairman Bill McNutt. So I did not contact that letter yet to see what's involved. I asked Doug Kubicek what his thoughts are on it. I know he's got some personal thoughts. I don't know. But is this something that the Historical Commission, because this is a historical building, would we want to get them involved with this? It's history. That's, yeah. Well, maybe I could make a contact and get some of y'all to the table to hear about it and see if it's something we want to do, entertain, and go from there. We don't know anything about it, just ask me to call. So, all right. So there's nothing to approve, unless y'all wanted me to approve, and we find more information, or do you want to?
I'll make a motion that we can investigate it a bit further and go from there.
Okay,
Does that sound like a
that sounds like a good motion.
good motion?
Anyone else? Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay. Make a motion from precinct 4, second by precinct 2, to find out more information about what's all involved and how much it would cost and what the size of it, et cetera. So, all in favor of finding out some more information before we make decisions, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. We will find out more. Okay, number 8. Discuss and approve increasing bond for Keith Mudd, Lavaca County Judge, from $100,000 to $500,000 effective September 1st, 2025, to be in compliance with new Texas laws as Texas Senate Bill 387 for judges presiding over guardianship and probate proceedings. I can't speak today. This is one of those unfunded mandates that came down the pike. I'm the presiding judge over probate court, and so they made a law to change it from $100,000 bond to $500,000 bond without asking questions, comments, or anything. So,
Did that say bond?
what'd I say?
I thought you said bounty.
I may have a bounty on my head, I'm not sure at this moment, but this is just approved in bond.
I move we approve.
Not the bounty, not the bounty.
I'll second that one.
Do I hear a motion?
I move we approve.
Okay,
Bond.
Second.
all right. Motion from precinct 1, second by precinct 4, to approve increasing the bond for Keith Mudd, Lavaca County Judge, from $100,000 to $500,000 effective September 1st, 2025, to be in compliance with the new Texas laws, which is Texas Senate Bill 387, for judges presiding over guardianship and probate proceedings. Any other questions or comments? And I will say that's found on page 39 through 41. I believe it's a $1,600 increase. Again, unfunded, additional premium. The additional premium through December 26th is $1,655. But nobody asked our opinion if we should do that or not. So, again, unfunded mandates, we love it, don't we? Anyway, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. I will say this, they asked for a personal financial statement. And I said, no, I'm going to ask you to waive that. So they waived it this time. They said, well, they won't waive it again. I'm like, I don't think that we should have to submit personal financial statements to serve in these positions. So there we go. I brought that up to Reeves' attention. Reeves said, well, he said, we'll look for another company if that's the case. So I said, okay. Again, they're going to reject our bonds if we don't have the right personal finances to back up I don't know. It makes no sense. So just throwing it out there at this moment, and we'll go from there. Anyway, number 8 passed. Thank y'all. All right, number 9. Discuss and approve the change of EMS billing companies from Emergicon LLC to EMS Management and Consultants. There's no attachment. The EMS, Mr. Tim Decker. Chief Decker's coming up here. You want to say a few words, Mr. Decker? Chief Decker.
Yes, thank you, Judge. Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. What we're bringing before you today is a change, or possible change, to our billing company. So back in 2020, when Chief Furr and I came, we decided to take internal billing out and do it by a third-party vendor, if you will. We selected EMSMC, who took care of us from 20 to 22. We had a few issues with them initially going off. They're out of South Carolina. A lot of the patients that were receiving bills were worried that it was possibly a scam. So we decided in July of 22 to change to Emergicon. It's basically who we're with right now. They're a Texas-based company. They actually use billers who read through all of our reports. How it generally happens is that when our crew goes out on a run, they write a PCR. When you get done with that PCR, it gets sent to the billing company. The billing company reads over it, decides what all we need to charge for, and then sends the bill out to the patient. What we found with Emergicon, amongst other things that they promised us, they haven't really done what they said they were going to do. With EMSMC, we had a platform where we could log in if a patient called our office and had a question about a bill. Basically, we could log in and see exactly where that bill was, whether it was with Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance, any changes or addendums that were made. We could see all of that. With Emergicon, we haven't been able to do that. When we signed up with Emergicon, they said that they were going to be doing that same type of dashboard, and they've yet to do that. When we do have questions about some of our bills when it comes to it, it's usually days at a time before we get responses back from them. We don't have a dedicated representative that we can take that information to. We basically send it to a generic email, and then they get back with us shortly after that, which could be a couple of hours, but it could be a couple of days as well, too. And we end up having to tell our citizens, hey, we'll get back with you, we'll take a number and let you know kind of how things are going. So we've kind of been a little disgruntled with them in that aspect, especially when we have a lot of local people who like to come to our office just kind of asking about their bill. We can't really help them in this sense. With EMSMC, we were able to log in and tell them exactly where everything was and go from there. When we first started with EMSMC in 2020, they basically, we never paid them. They took their percentage out of our collections before they sent it to us. So they charged us 5% of our revenue when it came to that. When we went to Emergicon back in 2022, that number actually raised just a hair to 6%. But with actual human billers, they were able to go through. They promised that they could fine-tooth comb and basically get us more bang for our buck. And while we've met our budgeted revenue, we haven't really seen a whole lot of change in that. And with the changes as far as the emailing and the being able to see on the dashboard, we haven't been very happy with them. And so what I'm requesting today is that if we can go back to EMSMC and kind of get out of Emergicon's reach. And so by their contract, we have to give a 30-day written notice before we can get into contract with anybody else, that being EMSMC. Now, the good thing about going to EMSMC is that we actually have a cooperative purchase program, procurement program that we have in the contract with them. So we're actually piggybacking off of Bexar County ESD2 and the rates that they're getting. So when we first went with EMSMC, we were at 5%. We're actually able to secure them in at 4.4%. So with the cooperative procurement program, that actually satisfies not having to go out for RFP. But with Senate Bill 1173 that just changed here in September, that raised the bar from 50,000 to 100,000 requirement to go out for RFP, and we're going to be under that, well under that anyway. So that's in the local government code. Title 8, Subtitle C, Section 271.102, number C, basically says that this will satisfy, that procurement, cooperative procurement program will satisfy the need to have to go out to RFP. But we were looking back, it's just going to be a lot easier for us and our citizens to be able to go back to EMSMC. And so we're looking to make that change. It's going to save us about $20,000 to $30,000 a year back with revenue going back to EMSMC. And we actually have a representative that's going to be solely taking care of us here in Texas. So we'll have a little bit more feasibility of being able to go back and forth with that representative and also give our citizens the answers they want when they come to look at billing. So what we're asking for today is not necessarily to sign the contract with EMSMC, but to be able to send notification to Emergicon for that 30-day notice to say we want to be able to look about another party. When 30 days comes up, then we'll submit the contract for EMSMC and move forward with that.
Gotcha. I commend you guys for paying close attention to this, and sometimes, we make decisions, and 3 years later, hey, we're gonna change course and make another decision, so it's keeping people on their toes, making sure these contracts and people are being accountable to the county.
So Chief Fur and I, we watch our collections pretty regularly, and one of the problems with EmergiCon is that we may make $50,000 or $60,000 this month. Next month, we may make $120,000. There's just, it's up and down every so many months, and there's no consistency, which when you have human billers, it tells us that our call volume isn't fluctuating that much, so it seems like they work on us for a month, and then they put us aside for a month to go work on a bigger department and then come back for us, instead of having somebody steadily working for our company. So that's what we want to try to get back to, is to kind of get back to that consistency, so that way we know and we can project a little bit better in the grand scheme of things, so.
Gotcha. You have any questions or comments?
And Chief Fur, he wasn't able to make it today. He's actually in Colorado County. They're doing budget over there, so he apologizes, but he said that he would just let me take care of it, so.
And that's an issue going forward too. With Colorado and Lavaca has our courts on the same date and time, so we'll bring it up next week, 2 weeks from now. Anything else?
I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Do I hear a motion?
Sure, I make a motion to approve.
Second?
Okay. Motion made by precinct 1, second by precinct 2, to approve the change of EMS billing companies from EmergiCon LLC to EMS Management and Consultants. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Was that enough ayes? I think it was enough ayes. I hear no one said negative, so it passes.
Pass, yes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chief. All right, moving right along. I promised a short meeting. Number 10, discuss and approve accepting monetary donation from Allied Title Company and Crossroads Bank in a total amount of $300 to the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office to be used for the National Night Out. That's found on page 42, 45. Sheriff, you want to say anything about this? Come on down.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. So National Night Out is a community building event promoting police and community partnerships and neighborhood awareness to drug and crime. Started years ago, where it was encouraged that individuals turn on their lights, get outside, their porch lights, get outside and intermingle with their neighbors, and it's since morphed into an event where, at least here in Hallettsville, it's held on the first Tuesday of every October, so it'll be October 7th here in the park, and all the first responders, police and EMS and others get out, and we have booths and whatnot. And so we have opted, the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office has opted to do that very thing, have a booth there, and have some of our deputies as well as other employees, and have various trinkets and things of that nature that we can give out to the kiddos. And Crossroads and Allied Title Company have been generous enough to give us some funding to pay for those items. So we'd ask that the court approve those donations.
And I've got here National Night Out is Tuesday, October 7th, 2025.
That's correct, sir.
Correct.
5:30 to 7:30.
I've got, the flyer says 5 to 7 p.m. at
We'll go with that
Soccer
then.
Field. Huh?
5 to 7?
5 to 7 is, well, there's a flyer that came with this one.
Okay.
5 to 7 at the Hallettsville Soccer Fields.
Yes, sir.
I know other communities, Shiner, Moulton, everyone's doing it, but stay tuned in the local newspapers to look for National Night Out, Jimmy Apple. Is that correct? Pay attention. All right. Okay, do I hear a motion to accept the monetary funds?
Yes, I make a motion to approve accepting the monetary donation from Allied Title and Crossroads Bank in the total amount of $300 to the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office to be used for National Night Out.
Second.
Okay, motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1 to approve accepting the monetary donation from Allied Title Company and Crossroads Bank in the amount of $300 to the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office to be used for National Night Out. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, number 11, discuss and approve application for procurement cards through U.S. Bank One Commercial Card brought to you by our auditor. You want to say anything, Ms. Shana?
You have all the information in front of you, you have the application, the terms and conditions. It will be pretty much the same amount of cards that are being used now. We'll have 37 cards through the U.S. Bank.
Okay.
Each, I know
Is that flexible? So we have some commissioner going to make a purchase someplace that's over that amount, can we make exceptions?
I haven't asked that question, but I'm sure it'll be just like Citibank. If you need to go over that amount, we can make a.
Make an exception, temporary exception, okay, all right. All right. Any other questions or comments from the court?
Well, I make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1 to approve the application for procurement cards through U.S. Bank One Commercial Card. And that's contracts found on page, application is found on page 46 through 55. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving that application, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. We will apply for the cards. All right, next, everyone's favorite agenda item, consent agenda. We can approve this consent agenda by one motion, second, and vote. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 4, second by precinct 1 to approve the consent agenda with one motion, second, and a vote. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The consent agenda is approved. We are in consent. Our microphones will go off until we are through. No, that's all right. All right, court will come back to order. We are out of consent. That leaves our only agenda item left is item number 13, to announce the next meeting. Our next meeting will be Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025 at 10 a.m. Again, we're on Tuesday next week, not Monday, because of jury trials. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Any other business of the court? Is there any other business of the court? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Yes. Second?
I heard two, and I heard one to adjourn. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. We are adjourned till Tuesday, September 23rd. Thank you all for attending today.